So to refresh everyone's memories, I know it has been a while. You have left the village of Urzen with a specific task to infiltrate the Rock Guard garrison within the Dwendalian Empire and steal the battle plans, or rather, copy the battle plans and make sure no one notices that you have pilfered this information and relay it back to the dynasty forces before the Empire can launch an attack to try and reclaim the Ashgard garrison, which is a fortress that they had previously lost several months ago to the Dwendalian Empire in a surprise attack. And to do this, to sneak into the Empire, you have spelunked into a very narrow tunnel that has taken you into the bowels of the earth under the Broken Veil Bluffs and have encountered some of the denizens within to varying degrees of success. Uh, and you made it to the, I believe, second or third little campsite, as you have noticed along the way, kind of pit stops where it seems previous clandestine operatives may have traversed before you. And
Like whatever that thing is that almost murdered the hell out of all of us.
No, we had it. We had
and
it.
yeah, so we'll pick up after a full rest here, still in the the um, within the earth of the Broken Veil Bluffs.
So did you
And
say a
Are
long
we
rest?
still level 4?
yeah, everyone is still level 4. Again, we're doing
Okay.
milestone leveling. So I was going back through the recordings, and I swear to God, at the end of every session, somebody asks, "Did we level up yet?" I'm like, I'll let you know when you level up.
No, I
um,
just want to make sure my character sheet's
yep. No. Yeah, you're accurate.
up to date.
Yep.
And did you say a long rest or a short rest?
A long rest. So you guys, as I said, you came across the remains of a campfire, and you were able to get out of reach of the groper roper, and were able to, as best you could in this harsh environment, take a long rest. So I'll say you guys uh, wake up from, and you're not sure if it's morning, noon, or night here, but you wake up from your rest, and you cook a small meal. Some good berries are passed out, I'm sure, from the remaining day. Do you want to re up your daily stash of good berries?
Yeah, I had two slots open, so I think
Yeah,
I used both two slots
20
to
good
do it. So we
berries.
got
All right.
20.
I just hold out my hand and wait for you to feed me good berries.
Oh no, mastication is the only way for you, baby bird.
So I'll tie a mama bird some good berries into Ken's mouth, and you guys are just kind of milling about there in the morning, and
This is
Tygar
us being silly.
Tygar actually speaks up, and you notice he is looking especially pensive, and
He
he
says, I'm an NPC now.
yeah,
The worst kind, the
pretty much.
DM.
Sorry.
The
Guys, I
DM.
feel funny. I feel like my voice has changed. But he says, guys, after that encounter with that creature there, where I almost didn't make it out, I've done a lot of soul searching last night, and I feel like that's kind of what I've been doing for the past several years. And there's some things I haven't told you. And he takes a swig of a flask. Uh, it it's been a long time since I was this close to where I'm from. I'm from Shady Creek Run, and I've been running from my past. And coming that close to death really made me realize that I have a lot of unfinished business there. And there are some things that I need to confront that I've been running away from for far too long. Growing up, in Shady Creek Run, we were always far away from the dynasty and the empire and their conflicts. So I don't really have as much invested in this as you guys do. And my heart is just somewhere else. A long time ago, in another life, really, I was in one of the mob families in Shady Creek Run, and
Humberto uses his breath weapon. I'm just messing around. Sorry.
And actually, if anybody wants to, because you guys aren't terribly worldly, so if anyone would like to make a history check, just to see what you know about Shady Creek Run, because Humberto, you're a Ravenite. You grew up a slave in Draconia.
I got a 13.
Ken, you have
16.
amnesia. Altias, you haven't really gone beyond the bounds of your forest. You
But
got
my
a 16.
Cam looks at. I got a 13.
13 and 16. So yeah, so at the mention of Shady Creek Run, what you guys know about and as Tiger mentioned, kind of these mafia style families. Shady Creek Run, it does exist. It's north of the Dwendalian Empire and the dynasty, and it does exist outside of the rule of law of either of these main established governments on the continent. So the powers that really rule over this settlement are effectively mafia families. And this is a place that is known as a den of vice. A lot of smuggling happens through there. It's kind of like Deadwood, really. It's kind of this wild frontier town that is it attracts free spirits, those who are looking to get out from under the rule of either the empire or the dynasty. But it's also, as I said, kind of a haven for these crime lords. So Tygar, resuming his soliloquy here, says, in another life, I was an enforcer for one of the prominent families, the crime families in Shady Creek Run. And I was supposed to do a job that I did not complete. And in retribution, they had my family killed. And they tried to kill me. And I barely escaped with my life. And I was betrayed by some of those closest to me. And I have been on the run and in hiding from my past ever since. And I think that it's time that I go back and confront those who have wronged me. And
Yes, let's murder them.
I know we haven't known each other very long, and I know you have your own business to attend to here. But if you want to ever look me up in Shady Creek Run, I'm sure I could use your help, fellas. And with that, he takes another swig from his flask, and he passes it around the campfire to the rest of you, to anyone who'll take it.
I take it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look him dead in the eyes and say, there's nothing more important than figuring out your past. You need to tie up all your loose ends and get. I mean, without your past, you're nothing. And I just like stare at him full, well knowing that I'm doing absolutely nothing to figure out my past.
Foreshadowing.
Hi, Gar.
It's just he's full on like you need to do this, like oblivious to the fact that like I have amnesia and have no idea what's going on with my life.
Tagar, was the person that betrayed you your uncle?
No, it was my best friend.
Mm.
We worked many jobs together, and he was the one that they sent. He murdered my family. He tried to murder me.
Oof. Hey, man, we'll finish this job up, and if we're in that area, we'll check in on you, make sure things are good. It's important to, like Ken said, it's important to settle things while you can. You never know when you'll have the opportunity, and you'll always regret it if you don't. So I respect you for what you're doing. I appreciate your help along the way, but I hope you find peace and vengeance and closure in your next stage of the journey.
I appreciate that. I hope I still have some allies I can call on, and not everyone is in the pocket of one family or the other, and the families are always vying against each other. So I'm sure if I keep a low profile, I'll be able to manage on my own for a while. But if you're looking for me, a good place to start when you make it to Shady Creek Run is a small little pub called the Blunders and Flagons. It is an old haunt of mine, and I think I'll still have a few friends there. So if I'm not there, they'll probably know how you can get in touch with me. And I'm sorry, I just can't accompany you on this espionage mission, but I won't be completely there. I think I'd just be a liability for you guys. This brush with death has really made me confront a lot of deep-seated issues in my past that I have been neglecting.
Tygar, I don't think it's your fault. I think it's the class. I think monks are just not as strong a class as they should be. But you did your best. You furied the blows like nobody else could.
He says, well, I am a drunken master, and he takes the flask back and takes another big swig. And by the way, the flask that's being passed around is that real peaty whiskey from Erzin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So
fellas,
when you go, are you taking the liquor with you? I feel like for you to confront your past, you really need to do this soberly.
you know,
And I'm gonna try and persuade Tiger to leave all his alcohol.
And we're gonna do it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia style intervention.
He slyly says, "I've always had a stash," and he tosses you another
Alcoholism.
flask. This is like a leather bound. It's kind of like a hard wineskin. It's like a canteen. Another canteen flask that has more whiskey in it. He says, and alcohol has definitely been part of my problems. That was actually a factor in why I failed the mission I was given. I got blackout drunk and just totally botched it. Didn't even show up, and as a result, I was punished for it, and my family suffered the consequences. And I have been struggling with that, and I have lost myself in the bottle. I've tried to clean up, but ultimately, I have embraced that this is who I am. Altias, as he said, I am the drunken master monk. And this is something that I just have to do. So with that, I don't mean
You
to
could
bring
try
down the
being the
conversation.
sober master monk.
But then I won't get all these cool feats and abilities.
None of them have
Yeah, but you'll get a
require
coin.
drinking, but
But with that, I'm sorry to be a downer at the beginning of the day. Yeah, let's first start by getting out of this cave. And he
All
starts he
right.
starts to pack up his bundle and make preparations to head out.
I want you guys to know why everything just happened. I was just talking to my amulet.
it's okay. You all
I'm
right?
just in the back. I'm just in the back. I tell Tiger, I'm like, if you worship the amulet, everything will work.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice that?
I mean, are you trying to hide this, right? Or I mean, you're just doing it.
I think because what is it? This is like day 2. We've been in the cave for 3
This
days.
is day. Yeah, this is the third dawn of the.
So I'm assuming
but
it's
you
getting
found
worse
it the
and
day
worse.
before, so it's like 3 or
Yeah.
4. Yeah, I mean, is
'Cause-
this like a Schmeagol Golem thing?
It's more or less like I know it's a symbol, but we don't know what symbol it was. Oh no, it's one
It
of
is
the
a
old
symbol
gods.
of Tharizdun, yes, the
So,
chained oblivion. This
I'm
is one of the betrayer
thinking-
gods.
I'm thinking with what's going on because it's basically bound to me that he's like he's having a meltdown right now.
Totally obsessed with it. Yeah, so I mean, you don't need to. You would just see him like obsessing over this thing. Like
You
he
just
totally
see me
enjoyed
here
the
we go.
conversation, like very much like Gollum with the ring, like my precious.
I'm gonna go have a talk with Revan and just bring over my Luxon and try and like shove it into his amulet.
So
Like, you need to stop worshiping these false idols, and you know we could craft this fine amulet into the symbol of a Luxon.
So Humberto, you're compelled to destroy the symbol of the Luxon that he displays to you.
Yep. I grab it, but instead of just destroying it regularly, I just start bashing it against my head.
I try and grab his amulet and start bashing it against my head.
So when you try to grab it from his hands, he will not let go.
Then I start bashing it in his hands with my head.
So you two just start knocking heads. You each take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I want the amulet to be in the middle of all of this. I don't think I have any spells I can cast on it.
Me being a druid, I kind of give him that like meme of the bear that's looking side eye, like, nope, don't look at me. Like, I like hide my insignia that I've put of Sehnine on my.
Wait, no. I want to try something, Sully.
Okay.
I have hold of the amulet. He won't let go of it, but like I have my hands on it, right?
You have your hand on his hand, which is clutching the amulet. Sure.
I'm going to flick my wrist and try and cast Wrist Pocket.
Oh.
And I can cause one object in my hand to vanish. And I want to try and get it on the amulet so I can suck it into my wrist pocket.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
The object which you can be holding and can weigh no more than 5 pounds is transported to an extra dimensional space where it remains for the duration.
Okay.
Literally a clutch move.
What level spell is that?
Second level. This is my best spell.
Okay. And so that would typically just happen, correct?
Yeah, but since
So
I figured you'd make me do like a dexterity check to kind of
so
get my hand on it or something.
Make opposed sleight of hand checks. Can you both make sleight of hand checks, please?
Too bad.
15.
Do I get advantage?
No. Why?
I don't know. Is Nate helping me?
Somebody
Help me,
gonna
Nate.
guidance you?
Yeah, I guidance him.
Right? You have guidance, right?
Yeah, I got guidance.
Well, you were side-eyeing this, not getting involved. Are you getting involved now?
I'm not. I'm hiding my symbol, but I can see what's going on and get involved.
Okay. So you see them fighting over this amulet. So you want a guidance, Ken?
Yeah.
All
Out
right.
of 1d4.
That's not going to do anything. I got a 6.
So you start like fighting over this amulet, and you going for it now just makes Humberto even more defensive over it, and he swats your hand away and clutches it to his chest and like turns away from you to protect it from your wrist pocket. And
I say
that
that
is also
because
going to
I
consume a
rolled
second
so
level
bad
spell. Yes.
that I like suck up the flask that we were all passing around.
No.
I
You did.
just
You rolled poorly, but you rolled above a 5, so I won't say that. But you
You cut out.
yeah, no, you're fine. I was you grab a rock instead. If you had rolled below a 5, yeah, you would have sucked up the flask.
Can I message the amulet now that I see that it's there?
It is not sentient.
Okay. Can I message Ray and tell him try and like
Yeah,
get in his brain a little bit?
sure.
Wait, no. Hold on.
Humberto
I want to.
responds, being grounded by the amulet, TTYL, Simple Plan's new album's out.
Wait, can I do a chrono shift and re-roll that check?
Oh.
I forgot I have chrono shift.
Yeah, probably. Let me look up the details of that. Wait, that's on your on your character here. That's a feature.
Force a an ability check, saving throw, or force a creature to
Do
re-roll.
I have time
Yeah.
to give him guidance again, or have I
So you
lost
can
You make
reroll.
this decision after you see whether the roll succeeds or fails.
Yep. Yeah, I got it right here.
The
Yeah,
target
you
must
can do
use
that.
the second.
Uh-huh.
Do I roll a
Woohoo.
saving throw or anything, or no?
So he can choose to either reroll his or make you reroll.
And I'm going to use my guidance on that one.
Yeah, I mean he can add
Can
guidance
somebody
again. I mean it's a cantrip.
roll a d4 for me? I don't know how to make that on D&D Beyond.
Nate, or Altius, why don't you roll the d4?
I got a 3.
Okay, so add a 3.
That's a 15 then.
So that's 18.
No, I got it. I rolled a 12.
Oh, a 50 and
Plus a 3,
Humberto,
15.
what was your original roll? Wasn't it a 15?
Oh. So nothing. 15 to 15. Nothing changes.
So what happens is
I just accidentally sucked the skeleton too.
Humberto is really weird. Like at first you see him coming and you go to protect yourself, but then it's like deja vu, and suddenly you guys are struggling over the amulet again. Make opposing sleight of hand checks again.
Guidance.
Can you
My
roll the
version of
d4
guidance
for me?
is like a wrestler's coach on the side, like,
Yeah.
come on, get him in the finger lock. I'm like giving him like thumb wrestling tips.
I got a 7 this time.
I rolled an 8. Haha, eat shit.
I cast mage hand to grab it back.
So
You can't.
you wouldn't have time to react actually, because Mage Hand would be an action, and yeah, actually, so in this weird
Oh, I lost you.
in this weird time bending motive possibility, Ken actually is able to quickly grab this amulet and wrist pocket it, sending it to another dimension. However, you are still cursed by this item. Even though, so I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Humberto.
Let's get it now.
Look, Humberto. I'll give it back in a minute. We just need to talk. Because, you destroying my holy symbols is not cool, man.
Yeah, so you still
Alright.
I got an 18.
18. Okay, so you're fine. You're freaking out a little bit, man. Littering and
Alright.
littering. But yeah, you're freaking out a little bit, but you're okay. But you still have this compelling urge to destroy any of these other holy symbols that you see. And you desperately desire the amulet back.
So I guess
Look,
I'm
man.
pacing right now, and I'm trying to see if it's on this person or if I can run at him again.
It is not
Like-
on his person. It is in a pocket dimension.
Yeah, but Humberto didn't realize he put a spell out, so he wouldn't know.
Yeah,
So I still
so
think-
you're gonna start looking for it. You're gonna start groping him for it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna start charging him on like all fours.
Okay. So Humberto
Try to
comes
grapple
after
him.
you, Ken.
He's coming at me on all fours. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he's gonna try to grapple you. So
I'm gonna try to charge in and push him if I have time to.
yeah,
I'm
and
gonna try to
I'll
shove him
say
in front.
Tygar's gonna jump in and try and restrain too as well. So I'll say between Altias and Tygar, you guys are able to break up the tussle a little bit and like
I
hold-
cast True Strike on Humberto.
Yeah, I'll say Altias and Tygar. Between the two of you, you're able to restrain Humberto a bit from jumping Ken. Because just seeing that, you guys would realize that something's up with Humberto. And so you're casting True Strike on him.
Yeah, so I get a brief insight into his defenses.
Okay.
And on my next turn, I gain advantage on my first attack roll against the target, provided that the spell hasn't ended.
Yeah. So his
Wait, no, I don't. Because it's concentration. I don't want to lose concentration on this spot.
on the wrist pocket.
I think that was...
Can
I Ray of Frost Ray.
Would there be room for a slightly misuse of the protection from evil and good spell?
In what way?
So it says, it usually says a willing creature. Protection against blah blah blah. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. The target is already charmed, frightened, possessed by such a creature. The target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect. The
Yeah, it would.
Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Sure. So you can go ahead and cast it.
Okay.
But it seemingly has no effect.
Ooh.
He is not possessed. This is something different. And yeah, so go ahead and
Can I swap that? Is
an-
it too late to swap that for bless to help him get out of this?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can roll a Ray of Frost. Go ahead and roll your attack. And I'll say because he is restrained, you would have advantage on this.
22 to hit or...
So 22 to hit.
19.
Yeah, 22
both
hits.
Yeah,
And I want to try and, can I aim it at his feet and try and, freeze
Sure.
him in place? Or make it,
Sure.
so he's in... More so it's, rough terrain than I'm, doing damage.
Yeah.
Or I can still do damage if you want. Let's do damage.
Yep. No, you're gonna do damage. So
One.
roll damage.
Boy.
1.
Oh boy.
He
So,
took one.
so yeah, so you shoot a small ray of frost at his feet. Some icicles collect, but and go ahead and take 1 point of frost damage. So that is a total of 2 points of damage you've taken because of the bludgeoning headbutts. So
You need to chill out, man. Guys, we might need to just knock his ass out. I don't know.
I'm fine.
Anybody else notice he's getting a little while. Did you see the way he attacked the side of the Luxon? Like,
What are you
he's
talking about? There
making
was
this.
no Luxon. I was just tired.
He's
You guys
making
woke
this
me up.
completely about like how he fucked with his Luxon, not at all about the way that he's acting. Like he does not
No.
care about the fact that like Revan is losing his mind. This is all about your disrespect towards his religion.
Heretical behavior is the worst kind of behavior.
What are you guys talking about? I was
Exactly.
just tired. You scared me. We were in a cave. You woke me up. I never even crawled at
Alright,
you.
so we cool? Are we cool? He points at your feet. Are we cool?
Humberto's debating on either to piss himself to melt the ice and run after him, or just be fine. We're cool. I don't know what happened. It was weird. To be 100% honest, I don't even remember how that happened.
So look, if I give you your shiny rock back, are you going to be cool or are you going to try and kill me?
Can I do
It
an
seems
insight
like I'm
check
going
or
to give it
something,
back
or
to you and you're going to try and like kill me.
can I do some kind of check to see if that's even a good idea?
Everything's
What?
fine.
Roll an insight check.
Everything's fine. I just need the amulet.
I rolled 13.
So I mean,
I feel like this has to be a pretty low check. He was just full on Gollum.
yeah, I mean, obviously he's acting a little funny. He's a little obsessed with this thing, but in this moment, he seems pretty coherent. It doesn't seem like, as you said, with what you cast, he's not possessed. He just seems a
Can
little
I
off and kind of just a little obsessed with this object.
can I roll a persuasion for them to let me go and just make it seem like it was just tired?
I mean, you can. I mean, you can.
I think I would let him go.
You can
If
say
he's
something to
calmed
them.
me down,
though.
yeah. You don't have to roll for it.
Yeah, you could just say something to try and persuade them.
Guys, I'm fine. I was just tired. It was just friendly wrestling. I just don't remember it, but it was friendly.
Okay, man, this happens. Shit happens, and I just give it back to him.
I point at the wall and go, "Is that a purple elephant?" And then I run.
What?
I grab my amulet and just try to I put it in my pocket consciously, but I'm flipping it. Like I'm flipping it between my fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you still got protection from evil and good. If we can find something evil in the next 10 minutes, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, so does anybody else want to take like a short rest while we're here to get back spell slots?
Second breakfast.
I just need a good berry. I'm fine. I'll lead the way today.
It's I used one of my second level spell slots. Oh, got a lot of them.
I regurgitate a good berry from my crop.
I come by and go, go.
So you guys
Alright, this is fine.
some good
So,
berries.
Humberto, how's it feel to be fanatical about the religion? It's kind of nice, right? Like,
What are you
fuck everything
talking about?
else except for your own religion.
What are you talking about?
Dude,
I only worship one thing. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Whatever it is, isn't it great? It's like, fuck everything else, right? But, like,
It's
this
like-
thing, yes.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
Luxon
going to the
sucks.
zoo and liking the zoo, but hating every animal but one. Being like, monkeys, they're the worst. Awful. Hate them. Snakes, though, they're the best. Everything else, birds,
He gets it. Like me, I'm like the
Humberto
penguins,
definitely-
you know?
Humberto
You
doesn't like
found,
snakes
like,
because-
I don't know, like, the goblins or some shit, but, it's your shit. So, first of all, the Luxon is better. Whatever you have will burn in hell and we will kill you in the ultimate war between deities. But that's a long time away. You know what I mean? So, like, for now, I'm glad you found your thing.
I'm just interested in the fact, hey, did you, feel anything? Did you hear anything? Like, I know that's a symbol for an old god, but, did you get any kind of connection? I've been kind of, trying to find that for a while.
No. It just always needs to be with me at all times. No connection. I just like it.
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
need to help with something upstairs for a little bit. I'll be right back down.
Okay. Yeah, as we're saying, at this point, are you guys proceeding ahead with your journey?
Yeah, they gave me the amulet. I'm ready. I'm leading the way. I'm feeling rejuvenated.
All right, so we've got Humberto in the lead.
I'm like right behind Humberto talking up like fanatical religions. Just like
I'm in front of you going. I'm in front of you just going. The Luxon's behind me, huh? Huh? Not in front.
All
Not
right,
in front.
and then we'll go Altias and Tygar bring up the rear, kind of still very focused on his own personal troubles. Um, so you guys continue down a narrow passageway. There is only one way to go. Uh, uh, on the opposite side of the cat on of the space here from where you entered. Obviously, if you went back the other way, you would presumably encounter that roper again.
We could have taken it.
And as has been typical, this is still fairly narrow, slightly wider at points. There are a couple of bends, turns. There is one point where you make basically a sharp 90-degree left turn. But you do get the sense, actually, that you are coming back uphill. There are several stretches where there are inclines, and you think you may be working your way out of this tunnel system. You travel on for you're not again without the sun. It's hard to know exactly how long you're traveling, how far, and how are you guys moving along? You going quick?
uh
You normal? You
like
Like,
normal. We're not going or well, I mean you guys can correct me. But I
yeah,
think we're
yeah,
not
yeah.
going like fast, but we're not going slow. Like we're trying to move at a reasonable pace that we can still keep an eye out for like, obvious traps.
okay?
And also not be tired.
Yeah, sure. So all right,
Yeah.
Humberto, yeah. But a normal pace with taking care. So Humberto, give me a perception check after a couple hours of travel here.
Option A 15.
Okay. So after a little while here, you actually hear some murmuring up ahead, and do notice. So you come to the passage opens up a little bit actually, and there is a bit of a split. There's an opening chamber, and there's a couple of alcoves off of it, and then there's kind of two branches. There's one kind of more straight ahead, and then there's one kind of off to the left side of this room. And you hear a bit of murmuring and see a bit of light down that left hand side.
I'm gonna tell them to wait, and I'm gonna sneak down.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
15.
15, huh? So you are able to go unnoticed as you creep down that left-hand side passage, and you are able to discover that there is a the murmuring grows a little louder. You see there is a hobgoblin and three goblins kind of huddled around, all kind of talking amongst themselves and like talking in goblin, um, and you gather that they're just kind of shooting the shit and joking around. Uh, they do have a small fire going, and they're roasting some unidentifiable meat and tearing off chunks, and as I said, just generally rabble rousing, shooting the shit. And knowing what you know about goblin culture and just the interactions here, you definitely get the sense that the hobgoblin is in charge of this little band of miscreants.
I go up and hey guys, there's some goblins by the fire. It looks pretty relaxing. We could probably go chill. We can ask them.
Let's go meet these goblins.
Here, you lead the way and tell them all about how great the Luxon is. I'll follow behind you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna just boldly walk into the middle of the goblin campfire and start loudly like preaching the will of the Luxon at them.
So,
Like I want to kind of come up behind it so that like the fire is casting like a big shadow of me on the wall,
so what do you say?
and just like appear out of nowhere and be like, "Your foul deeds have brought vengeance upon you. Turn your ways around and embrace the Luxon, or die a terrible death, you little bitches."
As you make your presence known and they see you, the hobgoblin lets out a roar and grabs a sword that is by his side. We're rolling initiative.
All right.
So,
I got little man asleep here.
I got a 6.
Oh, you know what? Do I still have oh, it does have my playlists. That's good. Are they gonna work though?
Hey, I'm back.
No. Great, just in time to roll initiative.
Woohoo! Initiative. Yeah, my Charlie got
Right.
a fever today and was throwing up.
Oh no.
Rolled a 5. So he's
Ronan
been okay.
Ronan had the exact same thing happen to him last week.
I don't know if he's like stomach sick or if that's just how he reacts to getting fevers. I think it's just like hard on his system, and then he just gets sick. But yeah, he threw up. I don't think he's thrown up since then, but he's just been hot.
Okay,
and just
so
sleeping. So
all right. Did anybody roll over a 15?
I got an 18.
I got a 6.
Ken got 18.
yeah, I'll type it in
I
if
gotta
it's
do
easier.
Tigers too. So wait, did anybody get over a 10?
No.
Not I.
Okay.
Well, the 18.
Where do I do initiative? Tiger got 17. And you guys had like a 5 and a 6?
A 5.
Yeah, I had a 6.
Hobgob, then Humberto. God, it's been a while since I've done this on pen and paper. And then Altius. Okay. All right. Ken, you're up first. As you walk into the midst of this little enclave, preaching the Luxon, and see that they are now rousing for battle, what do you do?
Snipe. I get a 14 to hit.
Yeah, and you are casting that on who? The Hobgoblin? Or so the Hobgoblin
Yeah.
is definitely like the closest. He's kind of in the lead, and he's got the little gobos trailing behind him. So a 14 will not hit.
Alrighty. Well, even though it doesn't hit, it explodes.
Right.
And each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw of 13
So that would
or
include
take
all of them. So
2d6.
okay, so the hobgoblin got a 4. That's a fail. One of the goblins got a 5. That's a fail. One of them got a 21. That's a pass. One of them got a 17. So that's a pass. So how much is the damage?
2d6. I don't know. How do I roll damage? Sorry. Give me a second. I'll grab.
Yeah.
You can move on if you want. That's the end of my turn. I'm just going to stay there.
Okay.
And I'll just
Yeah.
let you know
So
the damage in a second.
yeah. So next would be Tygar. So he'll run up. I think we all know how he does it. He's gonna FOB on the big dude. Oh wait, I got Argon. There it is.
They take 10 damage.
So one of the goblins, when it explodes, one of the goblins takes the full brunt of the explosion, basically, because the hobgoblin sidesteps and it hits the wall behind him. It just explodes, and one of the goblins takes the full force of this, and he is dead. He just gets completely annihilated by this. But he kind of falls on the grenade for his companions here, and they are still alive. Nobody else takes
Look
any
at it.
damage.
So I just take a moment to look at Reverend. I say, see, this is religious fanaticism done right.
And where did Tygar go?
I'm just
Oh, I know he
waiting to
is.
kill.
So, let's see if I can remember how to do this. So, unarmed strike. So he gets, I believe, 2 melee strikes. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Oh, there it is. Attack. An 18 will hit. And I think at this,
That's good to know.
doesn't he have multi-attack or something?
I mean, he's got Fury of Blows, but
Yeah,
I think
no, he
when you
doesn't have
get
multi.
unarmed, you can always get a second on your thing, and then sometimes you
Yeah,
can.
no, what it is he uses a bonus action, I think.
Yeah.
No, Flurry of Blows is a bonus action. Flurry of Blows is a bonus action, which allows him to make 2 more unarmed strikes. That's what, so he technically gets 3 attacks. So one
Right.
is an 18, and then we'll Flurry of Blows. It's an 8, will not hit. 22 will hit. So we'll roll damage on 2. That is a 6 and a 5 for 11 points of damage to the hobgoblin. Tygar runs up and just you get the sense that maybe some of these repressed memories and trauma that he has decided to confront come out, and he just like, you know that scene in Fight Club where Edward Norton beats up the blonde guy, and
Yeah.
he's like, I
Destroy
wanted
something
to...
beautiful.
Exactly. Tygar claws out. First he runs up and punches him and knocks the hobgoblin down, and then claws out, flurry of blows, just destroys this hobgoblin in a swift display of fur and fury. The hobgoblin is dead. So,
Dude. I mean, Luxon, dude.
that's gonna be the remaining goblins. So seeing that their buddy and their uh, effective leader has just destroyed, these two goblins look at each other and they say, you hear a little like, and they go to flee.
Do I have a chance
and
to use
they
anything?
they dash away. I mean, do you have a reaction?
No.
They scurry further down the cave and for effective purposes disappear
Okay.
into the darkness. You may attempt to pursue if you wish, I guess, but for we are out of combat at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could still see him. Maybe I'd thorn whip one of them and pull them in. But it's way out of the way. Yeah.
No, they're gone.
All right, you guys ready? We just bullied some goblins. Let's check their bodies and then roll on out the cave.
Check that.
Yeah, roll some investigation.
All right.
Investigation.
Just look around the
It's
campsite.
I got an 8.
Hang on. Boom. I got a 16.
A 16. So, they have mostly these are slightly better furnished than are outfitted than the previously like totally feral goblins that you'd seen. These are you get a sense that these goblins and the hobgoblin get out. Yeah, they probably go out and raid a bit, and so they have some better gear, but they don't have anything of particular interest or value that you are noticing. However, you do find 10 silver pieces amongst the two corpses, most of them on the hobgoblin. And sorry. I gotta get out my real dice. Hold on a second. Where are my... Must be over here. In here? Yes. Haha. And... No. Yes. And... Humberto with the 18, you will find...
It was a 16, but I don't know if it will make a difference.
Oh, a 16.
Yeah, it was a 16.
You find a single caltrop made from bone.
A single what?
A caltrop.
Oh, like
What
a
is
spike.
that?
Like a ninja spike. You
Yeah,
step
it's
on.
like a little spiky thing that you can deploy as a trap. But
All right, I'll take it.
Usually they're found in like as like a whole field of them, and they tend to be made of metal. But you find one bone caltrop on the goblin.
That's pretty cool.
Might be worse. It might break off in the person's foot.
You might get an infection and die 2 weeks later. But yeah, one bone caltrop and 10 silver pieces. So, you do kind of look down the tunnel here and can't discern where those goblins ran off to. It kind of dead ends. There's some small crevasses that you suspect they may have slipped into. So Continuing down the other path that was kind of straight ahead from where you were, after a couple more hours of travel, squeezing through some narrow passages, as has been typical here, a couple more inclines, you actually do sense that the air here is becoming a bit fresher, and you get the sense that you are reaching the end of this cave. And eventually, you do see some daylight, and as you approach the mouth of this cave entrance, there is a kind of another offshoot, an alcove, and you get the sense there's very similar to when you first entered, kind of a another one of these waypoints, and you see there is actually also a wooden crate sitting there.
Do some kind of like a perception check on this crate, or
Sure, check it out.
I'm not going to touch it yet. I just want to look at it.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Hang on, let me see.
It looks like a normal wooden supply crate.
Okay, then I go open it up.
You don't see anything suspicious about it. Sure. So you open it up, and inside, at first on top, there is a piece of parchment with a short note. And it says, it is addressed to the Lucky Luxon Lads.
Oh.
Lucky Luxon Lads.
Lost or lucky?
What, is it the Lost Luxon Lads you guys are going by?
I'm pretty sure it's lost.
All right, that's my mistake. I apologize. So it is addressed to the Lost Luxon Lads. It says, Lost Luxon Lads. Enclosed within, you will find some useful supplies. An agent will make contact with you once you arrive at Rockguard Garrison. Good luck.
I guess
And as always, live, laugh, love. And it is unsigned.
Live.
I'm opening up the crate.
Triple L for the Triple L.
I see.
And inside, you find, first and foremost, there are some Dwendalian clothes. There is a disguise kit. There are thieves' tools. There is a forgery kit. There are also 2 lesser potions of healing. And there is also a hat of disguise, a ring, which has the image of, it looks like the visage of a skull, but it is kind of missing one eye, and one eye is kind of like a small gem of some sort. This is a ring of obscuring. And there are also some finely made boots. These are boots of elven kind.
Oh.
And the Dwendalian clothes that you have, and I guess, well, Ken, you wouldn't exactly remember. I guess, yeah, so I guess you guys wouldn't really know this. But yeah, so there's like Dwendalian Empire clothes in there. And there's like a couple lederhosens, a couple of like frock shirts, some coats, the best thing I can say is like kind of like Revolutionary War era type coats. There's a tricorn hat. Some knickers, Uh, this is kind of like from the outside looking in, sort of like what people think people wear in the Dwendalian Empire. They're more of as I said, it's like a lederhosen and stuff. It's like traditional garb, but this isn't exactly everyday clothes. But you gather as someone from the dynasty looking like this is what somebody in the dynasty would think people in the empire wear every day.
So you've got the boots of Elven kind. What was the? Are you gonna post these in
I'll
the?
drop. Yeah, I'll drop, and I'm going to drop all these into the chat. I'll give you the descriptions here. So there is a hat of disguise. So while wearing this, you can use an action to cast disguise self, basically at will.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, these are some espionage items. The ring is a ring of obscuring. As I said, it has a. I might even be able to drop this picture in there. Oops. Oops. I want to.
You want to do that in loot?
Yeah, I'm dropping all these in. Oh, sorry. Yep, I meant to drop them in loot. Oops. But yeah, so this is a little supply drop. You gather that your unnamed benefactor, who has been kind of watching over you, or whatever this person or organization may be, that had information of your success at Fort Venture before you had even returned to Urzen. You gather that they have left you some gifts here to aid you in your mission. This is the Ring of Obscuring. So who's taking what? And as I said, you also got some burglars kits and stuff. And
So what's the? Do we know the makeup of the community, like demographically, like racially?
make a
'Cause, like,
history. Make a history check. Yeah, you would make a history check.
I'm just thinking, like, the Lizardborn is probably going to be the most. I rolled in that one, so I have no fucking clue.
Here, I'll try it. I'll do history.
Yeah, you really have not been out much. And you've never been in the Empire, so you're not really sure.
So I'm like,
You know that like
perfect.
humans live in the Empire, but so do other people.
History. Oh yeah, I didn't get much better. I got a 7.
So again, Huberto, you know a little more. You know that after the fall of Draconia, some Dragonborn have gone to the Empire. There is actually a Dragonborn settlement called Talonstad in the Empire. You've heard of this. You know some people who have gone there. So it wouldn't be necessarily unusual to see a Dragonborn, especially a Ravenite, such as yourself, in the Empire. They have, as I said, after the fall of Draconia, you're kind of a displaced people. You're mostly refugees and mostly in Talonstad, but it would not be generally unusual for a Dragonborn to be meandering about.
Okay.
Ken,
Right, so
Ken,
we have.
why don't you make for me make a wisdom saving throw? Ken, you there? You might be on mute.
No, he's not muted.
No, okay. And yeah, forgery kit.
I'm interested in the ring. If nobody minds it.
2 lesser healing potions. Yeah, so that's mostly it. And then, yeah.
I'll take some of the kits and stuff because I would assume Humberto from his past knows a thing or two about forging.
Yeah, I think you already have these tools and stuff. But yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to take some of that stuff. So,
Did I just miss like a whole section of stuff?
Yeah, you didn't.
I swear, I wasn't getting anything through my headphones. I
oh,
thought you
really?
guys were just kind of being quiet.
Oh no, yeah. So you guys went ahead and you found like a supply drop. Basically, there was a crate near the mouth, and there was a note addressed to the Lost Luxon Lads that wished you luck on your mission and said, hopefully these things will help you. So there was some uh, traditional Dwendalian clothing, a disguise kit,
Oh, nice.
some thieves' tools, a forgery kit,
I want to
two
put a mustache on.
2 lesser healing potions. You absolutely can put on a mustache from the disguise kit. 2 lesser healing potions, and then some magic items: a hat of disguise, a ring of obscuring, and boots of elven kind. So I've dropped the description of what these do, and people were looking at the outfits and asking about what people in the Empire are like. So I had them make some history checks, but Ken, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ken, you there?
Did we lose him again?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
No, I'm here. I can't find wisdom. I cannot find. Oh, it's just up top. That's why.
Yeah, top left.
So it was just the hat and the
Oh,
ring. What was the other thing?
nat
It's
20,
in the
Good to know,
21.
in the
Brian.
loot channel. A nat 20.
Yeah, 21.
So
Oh, loot. There it is.
as everybody's kind of going through these items here and parsing them out, somebody pulls out one of the later hosens from the chest, and when you see this, you have like a flash.
My nose just starts bleeding.
Yeah, you like
Like
receive
I don't show anything.
with a nat 20, yeah, you are taken to a different place in a different time. You are a small child. You look down and you are wearing a lederhosen. There is a middle-aged man and a middle-aged woman just sitting in comfortable-looking armchairs. There are 2 other children running around you. There are candles in the window. It looks like it might be snowing outside. Everybody's laughing, and you're sitting on the floor playing with a new toy that you just got. And
Are we going to have some schnitzel, Papa?
yeah, exactly. Yes, he says, "Oh yes, Damien, we'll have schnitzel very soon." And then all of a sudden, phew, you are back in this dank cave. Um, and when they're asking, what are people in the Empire like, this and that, and all of a sudden you have like a Rain Man moment, and you would know that
They
the
like schnitzel.
they really like schnitzel. But
No, I start answering questions left and right there.
people,
They
yes,
like you to wear like this. This is the fashion. Wear your collar like this. Don't dress like that. You'll stand out like a sore thumb.
yes, exactly, and you would know just culturally that the Empire is mostly human, monster races that are common in the dynasty are definitely not welcome. In Urzen you saw lots of goblins, hobgoblins, and
And I
ogres.
think if
These would be
they're paying
attacked.
attention to, like, when I put my outfit on, it's like pristine. Like it is, like everything is folded. Like I take the time. I kind of use like some ice magic to like freeze like the lapels on everything. Like, and I put
Stuck
the
it.
Luxon pin like kind of on the pendant, and I look like I think I would almost look like official.
Yes, yeah, you look immaculate. Yeah, and you had, interestingly enough, your garb kind of resembled some of these items, but it was just so road worn and weary that it was just dirty and kind of unrecognizable other as anything other than just like clothes.
Well, you can only kill so many bullywogs and keep your robes clean.
You are refreshed, and yeah, you kind of pick out the best things and actually able to assemble a pretty good looking Dwendalian outfit that it would not stand out at all. You would look right at place, kind of strolling into Zadash. Um, and yeah, you with the disguise kit and some of the other clothes, you're able to touch everybody else up so they might fit in a little better. But you again, with that nat 20, you get the sense, and kind of, again, Ray, as I said, or Humberto, you Dragonborn aren't going to be necessarily out of place. Um, Altias, you look humanoid enough. You look a little dirty, but especially with Ken's help here, you'll definitely be able to pass without much, more than a second glance. And again, Tygar being, although he is Tabaxi, they are known in the Empire. Nobody's going to be drawing outright scrutiny at this
Can I
point.
say that with like that high of a wisdom check, I'm like, if I remember anything from the land, or if I don't know why I remember this, but I remember might makes right, and although you might not be humans, you are imposing figures, and that is there are always exceptions made for those that are powerful.
Wise words from Ken. And with that, and with the nat 20 to you, a breeze blows into the cave, and you get a sniff of fresh air. And these are familiar scents. You're not sure from when or where. And you follow this to the mouth of the cave, and everyone follows up behind you. And you come out in the midday sun, the mouth of this cave here. You're actually a bit elevated. You're probably about, we'll say, probably about 50 feet up a cliff face. But in the midday sun, you are looking out over the green fields of the Marrow Valley. And I think this is a good place to pick up next time.
I really wanted to do the famous. Do you know the Critical Role moment where the girl screams like we're basically gods and jumps off the cliff?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, and she turns herself into a goldfish of all things. She wild shapes into a goldfish when she could have
And she
gone
insta
in
dive.
with like 2 hit points, and then the overage of, yeah, when she could have turned into a bird and flown away. Yeah, she
Yeah.
turns into a goldfish and smashes on the rocks. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I so badly wanted to be like, well, like I have a chance of popping back up anyway, so I just like jump head first off the cliff.
You just step out.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
should
just fall.
you should all conveniently have
Like
about
I'm in
50 feet
power
of held
armor.
rope.
Yeah, no, I come down
Um,
the right
and
way.
and I know you guys have climbing kits and all that stuff. So, um, but we can pick up next time with rappelling down this cliff face and entering into the Dwendalian Empire in the Marrow Valley.
thanks.
I'm just gonna take a floating disc off the edge and see what happens.
I'm gonna bounce real quick. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
later,
sorry,
guys.
sorry
Yeah,
about the
I gotta
technical
go too.
difficulties, but yeah, I'm glad it worked out well enough. I'm glad we got out of the cave here. Yeah, I know once we got going, it was only about an hour. That's about what I had planned. So
Yep.
sorry it took
Peace.
2.
Alrighty, good night, guys.